Welcome to another episode of It's in You. Thank you for tuning in today, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we have a very special guest from right here in the state of New York, from the Bronx. His name is Leanne. And guess what, guys? He is here to talk to us about something very special, and that is about weight loss. His journey on his weight loss. And so, Leon, let me say a big thank you for coming and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, let me ask you, what was the reason for your weight loss journey?
All right. So the reason for my weight loss journey is self-confidence. I was not confident in myself at all. With all that weight, is like I don't even want persons to look at me in certain way because of the
Right.
weight. Most persons says I didn't look fat, but deep within myself, I'm saying I'm fat.
Yes.
Right? So it caused insecurities. Number one, I never like to take a full picture of myself. I only used to take selfies. In my phone, if there's 1,000 pictures,
Yes.
maybe 950 is a selfie. The others would be maybe a full picture. Yeah.
Good point. I love the point that you touched because your first impression was not about what other people were thinking. It was about yourself personally, how you were feeling. And you mentioned you were taking a lot of selfie because you weren't feeling much comfortable or confident taking full body pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you explain to our viewers today what was the procedure you chose to take?
All right. So my procedures. Number one, I actually was trying to do dieting and exercise.
Right.
At first, yes, dieting works along with exercise. But when you check the levels of being in New York City, it's a busy city.
Right.
Where you always have to be on the go. At that time,
Exactly.
I was a chef. So my hours of working is the evening right back to like 2 a.m. So by the time I get home, that's the time I eat.
Wow.
Sleep right through the day because I'm tired. And then that's where all the weight keeps coming on and coming on and coming on. Actually, when I moved to the States, it was 5 years ago. I came here at 195 pounds.
Wow.
And I gained the weight up to 230 pounds. So imagine, that was like an extra bag on me. I walk, I'm tired. Going up the stairs, I have to pause. It also put me to have diabetes.
Wow.
So that's where my real consideration of this weight loss journey comes in.
Very, very important point. And so you mentioned that it was not only the self-confidence and your self-esteem that was going down because of that amount of weight. You also touch a very important point where you mentioned that you're living here in New York City, and a lot of people are not paying much attention to this point. He mentioned that living here and working at night as a chef, it was very difficult for him to get to the gym, to keep on a very strict diet. When he went home, it was like 1:30 a.m. in the morning. That's the time when he have his meal because he's tired and he's hungry when he got home. And after eating that meal, he went to sleep. And so he was just working because this is a busy place. It's an ongoing place. You have to be on the move. The bills are high here. Things are expensive. Everything is bills. Nothing is free, guys. And so a lot of people out there who are in the reach of your voice today, they need to take a book out of your a page out of your book.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because many of us, we work, and we know we don't have the time to go to the gym, to eat healthy, and to eat the way we want to eat. And so you didn't have the opportunity to go to the gym, and so you have taken another step to deal with your weight loss
Journey.
journey. Can you tell our viewers what step did you take? Because a lot of people out there, they right now they are in the same situation or
Mm-hmm.
similar situation, and they are confused as what to do. They try the diet, it doesn't work because they cannot keep up with the diet because they're too busy. And they try the gym, but they don't get to continue the gym because, as you said, people are busy, always on the go.
Always on the
So,
go.
can you tell our viewers the journey that you have took and what you think about it? If you think it's a good journey, if you think it's a good procedure or stuff, tell our viewers about that journey.
All right. Before I go into the journey, first I would like to encourage everybody, always do a checkup on your health. That comes first, because if you don't pay attention to your health, that's where all the dangers come in. And when you do that, at least you can get an early reading of what is happening to your body. Because for me personally, I remember my family is in Florida, so when I always go to Florida, I tend to eat a lot, anything, right? And I remember back in 2022, coming back on the plane, my body was not feeling well at all.
Wow.
And as a person, you know your body, you know how it feels, and when something is right from when something is wrong. And coming back on the plane, I'm saying, no, something is not right with my body. And we all know sometimes when you becomes a diabetic, you always want to pee, you always feeling thirsty, your throat is dry no matter what you do, you cannot satisfy that thirst.
Right.
And when I went to the doctor, first I did a blood sugar test, and my reading was 430. Right,
Wow.
that's very high. And then I did an A1C. That's the test where you do to see your hemoglobin.
Yes.
And mine was at 13.5%. That's very high. When you're at that level, you normally would have a stroke, or you die, or you have some organ failure. But thanks be to God, I'm still alive and well. The doctor told me I am diabetic, but fortunately, I am type 2. So there's a difference. We have a type 1 diabetes and there's type 2 diabetes. So the type 1, that's where you're born with, and type 2 is where you gain like within your teens coming up, and depending on what you eat. So I gained the type 2 diabetes.
Right.
My weight becomes 230 pounds, and my height, I'm 5'2", so you know I'm very big for my size, right? So the doctor introduced me to do a gastric sleeve.
Yes.
Right? The gastric sleeve surgery is a surgery where they take off about 70 to 85% of your stomach.
Wow.
And that will help you to curb your eating habits, and also with the weight loss. So it gives you two main things at the same time. You lose the weight and it helps you not to eat too much, right?
Good.
So the doctor introduced me to two surgeries. You have the gastric sleeve and you have the gastric bypass. But
Yes.
however, the doctor is saying that the bypass, I doesn't need it because I don't have on so much weight.
So
the bypass.
So the bypass is is for people who have more weight on the body.
Yes, like maybe 300 pounds or more.
Okay,
Yes.
and you were under 300.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So I made an appointment with my doctor, and you'd have to do certain procedures before you do the surgery.
Yes.
You have to go through levels of like counseling, nutrition, you have to see a psychologist, and so on. And you have to ensure that you're ready for this, because it's not something you can start and finish. So you have to go through all those procedures. You have to do a clotting test to see if you do the surgery, if you're gonna have any clots, because you know blood clots can cause you to die in surgery. Yes. And all of that. But I did the surgery, yes, and I was successful, thanks be to God. I did it last year, September of 2023.
Right.
But before the surgery, you have to go on a complete liquid diet for 2 weeks and have to lose like 10 pounds.
Good. And you touched a very important point earlier. You said that you had was to go through a process before taking the surgery, mental process,
Yes.
where you have to see a counselor, you get a lot of checkup and stuff to make sure that mentally, emotionally, and physically you were ready
Yes.
to go through that process. Let me ask you, since you have done the procedure, I know you have to go back to the doctor to get your checkup to make sure that the process is working. Let me ask you, how are you feeling now that you've done the surgery? How are you feeling? How is your self-esteem? Is your self-esteem built back? How are you feeling now? Are you more happy? Are you more comfortable in your skin? Do you feel more sexy? How you feel about your figure? Because you mentioned that, you used to take a lot of selfies and, you didn't want to take pictures of your full body. But I can just imagine now, because I've known you and you're looking totally different from what you used to look like. So I can imagine looking so different. You're even looking more handsome. Your face is looking slimmer, so tell the viewers, how excited are you and how are you feeling in your skin now, in yourself?
All right, so I'm very excited. I never regretted one day of doing that surgery. Trust me, if you need to do that surgery, you can consult your doctor, but there are two ways of doing it. If you're insured, if it's health-wise, your insurance will cover most of the procedure or 100% depending on the payments and so on it makes. But you can consult with your doctor and see how the procedure, or you have some persons that do it private, right?
Okay.
But basically, as I say, it's for your own sake. It's for you. It's your body. You know what your body can take and how you feel.
Yes.
But doing the surgery and the results of it now, I'm 110% confident in myself. Now you look in my phone, you hardly see selfies. It's
full body pictures.
And what I love to do, I love to compare my pictures. I put before and after.
Good.
Walking, no tiredness. Going up the stairs, no stopping. It's just a journey that I'm enjoying at this moment. As you know, I didn't mention that I'm also in healthcare. And in healthcare, you have to work a lot, walk a lot. No tiredness. It's just, I don't think there's even a word to describe how happy I am feeling, or I should use the word elated, right? But I never regretted doing this surgery, not one bit. I'm more healthy. I'm like 2 steps down to no longer be diabetic. This surgery also cures you from the type 2 diabetes. So I'm just 2 points down to be no longer a diabetic person. And I am happy within my skin, within myself. I am so happy. Clothes that I wanted to wear, I couldn't wear them before. I love to do shopping, and sometimes I buy these clothes, but the tummy is big in the clothes, so you don't want people to see it. Now, all those clothes, I wear them without an issue. Trust me, I'm feeling so good in myself. And confident.
You're confident in yourself.
Very confident.
And that is very important, guys. He touched a very important point. And he talked about the clothes. That's another thing, guys. The main point here is not to let anybody feel any way with this platform or this show today. It's just for motivational purpose. Guys, at the end of the day, it lies in you. It's all about you. It's not about what people think, what people say. It's about your mental state of mind. It's about your health. It's about how good you feel about yourself. And It's your body. It's you. It's nobody else. And the point is, if within yourself you are not comfortable with the way you are, and you can do something about it with the way you look, you can do something about it. He mentioned that there are clothes that he would love to wear before, and he couldn't wear them because his stomach was so big and he wasn't feeling comfortable wearing them out there. No, remember, everybody is different and everybody thinks different, but every man to his own. And
Mm-hmm.
some people, yes, they have a big size body and they are well comfortable with it, and nothing is wrong with it. As long as they are comfortable with it, it's fine. As long as they are comfortable in their skin, that they're big and they like it that way, that's fine. But if you are oversized, if you in your mind it's bothering you, and it's detouring your self-esteem, it's causing you to not having much confidence in yourself, do something about it, guys. Whatever the process you choose, whether it may be a good diet and you keep up to the diet, or maybe as a surgery, but do something and let nothing at all stop you from doing what makes you happy. I want to say a big thank you again to Leanne for coming, and thank you for the service you are doing in the health field.
You're
It's a
welcome.
very important field you are in, and I know that New York happy to have you.
They are.
Thank you for coming
You're
and
most
have a
welcome.
wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for tuning. And please, if you are watching for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That way you will get all notification and all the very excited topics that we have coming up. Thank you. Have a blessed day.